Okay, guys, been away for a minute. It's been 13 days since I've done the last video. I've been setting up my new studio, so apologies for that. I'm going to jump back on the videos. Obviously, so busy with the group as well, but I'm hoping to do some more videos. I want to get to daily, but it's probably going to be every few days, so I can try and keep you guys updated. So don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of these videos. Click the notification button so you don't miss out on any of these videos. So Solana's been going absolutely crazy since our last video, guys. We can still see here on chain, Solana is massively outperforming Ethereum, massively outperforming Base. I mean, look how far away it is on active addresses. We're in the multi-millions here for Solana, and way down here for Ethereum, under 1 million, right? So still leader of the game, in my opinion, will eventually flip Ethereum, whether that's this cycle or next cycle. Nobody knows, guys. Nobody knows. But we can use the on-chain data to help us understand where is everyone going, right? Where are the retail users going? And we can clearly see here that the retail users are going to Ethereum. So here's my video I posted 13 days ago. The price was 116 on Solana. We got in a little bit earlier. Obviously, I posted in my group that I was taking a long position at around $100. Just have a quick listen back to this. We have this really nice green 4-hourly candle print, which indicates, as you can see over here, the start of an uptrend. And we saw Solana really start to reverse, and it was off a massive psychological number, right? $100 is a huge psychological number, and we're now starting to get a buy signal from the SMC bot on the 4-hourly. So you see how it flipped over the moving average. It's come back to a retest. This is usually what happens when you're forming some kind of a launch pad, and then you'll try and make some moves to the upside. So it's looking very good on Solana right now. Congratulations if you took that buy alert. As you can see, I got into Solana around 101.43 on my MEXC account, and the price just absolutely rallied. So I've already taken some profits from that, guys. I've already taken a lot of profits and entered another long position, actually. It went up very fast in a very short amount of time. I put 5%. You can see here I put 5% into my spot bags, and I actually took quite a few long positions as well on leverage. So those trades printed quite a lot of money. So I actually took profits. I didn't know if we were going to get over this SMC daily resistance. You see here, the last time we had a signal from the SMC bot on Solana was around $223, right? We had a sell signal, as you guys know. We've been shorting ever since, and we had the downtrend flash up, the signal for a downtrend. See the yellow candle here, it flashed yellow. So not only were we in a massive pump to the upside, obviously short pumps, long dumps, we had a yellow signal to flash, and then we had the sell signal flash later on. So, you know, the rest is history. Every time we kept coming back to this SMC moving average, we were looking to enter new shorts or take profits on our longs, right? We did have a green long candle down here signaling that we were going to have some sort of an uptrend, and we did. Obviously we longed, I think we longed 127, and it really rallied quite fast back up to 180. And then we've just been down since. And again, we came back to the SMC daily. We came back to the SMC daily, and it looked like we were getting rejected. So I did actually take some short positions. Luckily, I closed out those short positions because we did eventually have a daily buy signal from the SMC bot, as you can see here. This confirmed the other day. We had a daily close around 135, came back, retested the SMC, just like the 4-hourly, turned into a launch pad, pushed up, found support, and then rocket shipped to the moon, right? For now, the trend is your friend. We're in an uptrend. We have a buy signal on the SMC bot for the first time since that sell signal all that time ago, okay? So I am still in a long position on Solana. I still think we're going to see some more upside. Key levels to watch. We have the 200-day moving average. You see this green line rolling over here. We have the 200-day moving average. I expect that's going to be quite a lot of resistance, and that's around the 180 level, depending where we are when we actually push up to that level, if we push up to that level. Of course, we need to watch BTC because Bitcoin is also breaking out. That's going to carry the rest of the market, guys. When Bitcoin goes up, altcoins tend to go up with it as well. So we're going to have to be paying attention to Bitcoin, paying attention to the S&P, the NASDAQ, the macro, what's going on in the macro, because it's absolutely wild. And those things can affect markets as well. But for now, we are in a confirmed uptrend. We have a buy signal from the SMC bot, and I was waiting for a close over this level, and we ended up closing above, so I'm staying in my long position for now. I don't have any spot. I did sell the rest of my spot. As you guys know, I'm not really looking to build a portfolio here. You know, the time to buy, in my opinion, is it was down here in the bear market, and that's just where I like to accumulate when we go into a bear market. And there's always the opportunity that we are not going to see another all-time high, and we are actually going to go into some more downside. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I know a lot of you want Solana to go to $1,000. Hey, so do I. Happy days. But where we are in this cycle, where we are in the market, I think it's safe to say that we're not at the start of a bull run anymore, right? We're in pretty much the last year, usually is the last year of the bull run when we're expecting to go into a bear market. So just like last cycle, rally, rally, rally into bear market. This cycle, rally, rally, rally. No one knows how high it's going to go. No one knows if this is a relief rally or we're going to make a new high. But one thing's for certain, we're not at the start of a bull run, and I don't like to have a heavy portfolio at the start of the bull run. As you guys know, I took some profits here in this rally here, and then I took some more profits around $250, a lot of profits, and I still have 30% of my bag left, which I do plan to sell the entire bag at some point. At some point this cycle. I don't know when exactly that's going to be, but I'm going to be looking at the rest of the market. I'm going to be looking at Bitcoin. Obviously, we have the Solana ETF that's also coming. So yeah, something to take into consideration, guys. Trade it as you will. Not financial advice. This is just my strategy. This is just what I'm doing. So yeah, you can lose all your money in crypto. So always make sure that you are doing your own research. So yeah, looking at the weekly, I mean, it looks quite similar, right? We've talked about this before. Look what happened last cycle. We had a buy signal from the SMC bot. Buy signal from the SMC bot was around $2 or $3. Went all the way to $250, so like 100x, absolutely insane. And these yellow candles on the weekly started to flash up. And then we had this sell signal, okay? So we had this sell signal. And then we did have the relief rally, okay? So we did have a sell signal into a massive relief rally pump. How big was this pump actually? Let's have a quick look. From the bottom to the top, it was a 94% move, guys. It's quite a serious move. And we're having a lot of signals this cycle as well. You see here, we had a yellow candle flash up, downtrend. Yellow candle flash up, downtrend. And obviously, we've been in this downtrend for quite some time. Now, we do have a very similar situation to last cycle. Okay, so this does scare me a little bit, because are we here? A lot of people here were like, the bull run's back on, we're coming back. And then we had one of the most brutal sell-offs leading into the bear market. And we're coming back up to that weekly resistance, right? We actually pierced through the weekly resistance, and then we got a rejection. So are we there right now? Nobody knows, guys. Nobody knows. One thing's for certain, I won't be holding my trades too long. Personally, I've made my gains. I'm looking to preserve capital for the bear market, just as we did this cycle. This is where I like to buy when things are going sideways. I don't like to buy when things are going to the moon, crash into the ground, going back to the moon. It doesn't normally transfer from one market to another like this, right? It doesn't normally go, okay, we're in the next bull run. It tends to, eventually fizzle out and go sideways, and everyone gets bored, and then you enter the bear market. It's very boring, and then you make a slow move back to the upside. That's the sort of period I'm looking for. So I am just looking to make short-term trades here, to take profits when I'm up big, and to be patient and wait for the next move. So obviously, we've got the 200-day, which was sitting around 180. We have the 50-week moving average here. So we do have a lot of resistance here that almost lines up with our 200-day. This is just below the 200-day moving average. The main level I'm looking at is 185 to 190. There's going to be a lot of resistance here. Why? Previous resistance flipped into support, previous resistance, eventually broke through, flipped into support. This is a major level where we have a lot of activity, a lot of trading activity here. And also, I wonder if it lines up with that last move that we had last cycle. So that moved up around 100%. It pretty much would be the exact same move as we had last cycle. So 96% was pretty much exactly what happened on that move to the upside last cycle. So for me, way too many similarities to what happened last cycle. Is it going to top? I don't know. Nobody knows. But one thing's for certain, I probably will take the rest of my profits if we do push up to 180, 190, okay? And I would probably try and look for a short entry, and maybe this was a relief rally. I'm not too confident about holding into summer, holding trades open long into summer. Crypto usually has a bad summer. We're nearly at May. There's this saying, sell in May, go away, which is becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. Everyone gets scared of May. Sometimes you have these pumps into May, and then you have these big sell-offs and correction, and a very boring summer, a very, very boring summer, and the sell-offs in May can be very fast, and a boring summer, and then the final hopium pump that everyone sort of waits for or expects. I don't know how it's going to work. We definitely saw altcoins decouple from BTC this cycle. We've seen BTC go up from like 50k to 100k, and altcoins barely moved. Solana had an amazing cycle, and it's a no-brainer, right? It's faster, cheaper, more user-friendly than Ethereum, and Ethereum just continues to trend down. And we can see on chain that everyone is using Solana. There's not really much activity on Ethereum, so it made sense for Sol to have a good cycle. And hey, I actually think Solana is going to have a very good next cycle, especially when we get these ETFs approved. We're going to be able to see institutional money coming into Solana. I still think layer ones are going to do very well, even though I say altcoins might struggle. Layer ones and altcoins are two very different things, right? Solana can grow based on network effect, right? People come onto Solana, they start to buy Solana, to use tokens, they start to stake Solana, start to do all of this stuff. They're playing games with Solana as a currency. It has that network effect. A lot of altcoins don't actually have that network effect or any utility. So layer ones is still going to be a very big play for me next cycle. I probably will be in a few layer ones, guys. Why? Because look what happened this cycle. I made 2,500% on Casper, and that was because I diversified. I went into Solana, I went into Casper. I'm not a layer one maxi, right? I'm not, it's this chain or no other chain. I like to diversify and spread my bets. I never knew Casper was going to do 2,500% in returns. I took a risk, and it looked solid. It looked like a good play, but hey, I didn't know that it was going to do those kind of returns. And who knows what's going to be the next layer one next cycle to do all the returns? Is it going to be Solana? Is it going to be Sui? There's a few other blockchains I'm looking at as well. So for now, Solana is looking very, very strong, guys. If you want to see my buy alerts, so you can see here I posted on the 7th of April, purchased 5% into spot Sol, and I also took some long positions. If you want to see these buy and sell alerts, if you want to see my portfolio or all of my trades, we also have a professional leverage trader in the Discord, so you can scroll down to pro leverage trades, and he's posting his daily trade setups. I'm more of a swing trader. That's why I hired a day trader. I'm more of a swing trader, right? I try to catch the big moves long term. So we sold up here at 250 and we started shorting the market. We done some trades, swing trades on the way down, but my main big buy was down here at $102 and trying to catch the move back to the upside. And then again, I'll try to catch the move back down to the downside, right? What goes up must come down. Long dumps, short pumps. It's just trying to catch the exact pivot points. And if we do come up to this level, I think it's going to be a massive, massive pivot point, guys. 180 to 190 range, depending on what happens with the rest of the market. What would be lovely is if Solana hits 180, 190 and BTC pushes back up to all-time highs, because usually we're going to see some sort of a correction off BTC all-time high, and that would be perfect for a short position on Solana as well. Do I need to cover anything else? No, I don't think so, guys. So looking very good for now. I'm still in a long position, and if you want to jump in and get involved with us, head over to my X. You can see the account name here, and here's the link where you can jump in and get involved with us, and you can see all my buy and sell alerts. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest. Until then, I will catch you in the next one.